Hello students, how are you all? Hope you are staying at home and staying well. Today I am here with another chapter from your science book, that is chapter 13, Motion and Time. Let's know what is motion. An object is said to be in motion when it changes its position with respect to time. We have already discussed or you have already learned about motion in class 6, and you have also learned about the different types of motion. Here let us recapitulate a bit. There are four important types of motion: rectilinear motion, circular motion, rotational motion and periodic motion. Rectilinear motion is a motion in a straight line or a straight path. For example, the motion of a car moving in a straight road or the soldiers doing march past. Circular motion is the motion when an object moves in a circular path. For example, the motion of earth around the sun and the motion of a child sitting on a merry-go-round. These two are the examples of circular motion. Rotational motion, the motion in which the object moves in its own axis. That is, for example, you can take the motion of earth around its own axis and the motion of fan. Not the motion of fan, the motion of the blades of the fan is an example of rotational motion. Now the last one is periodic motion or oscillatory motion, the motion which repeats itself after a regular interval of time. For example, the motion of pendulum and the motion of earth around the sun, that is also a periodic motion because it takes around 365 days to complete one revolution. Now we will know how to know the object is moving slowly or the object is moving fast. We generally say that if suppose you see two cars or one bicycle and one motorbike moving on a road, then you can easily assume that the motorcycle is faster than the bicycle. Now let us take an example. Suppose you are going to school by your bicycle and your school is around 20 kilometers away from your home. Now your teacher who stays near your home, he is going to school by a motorbike. Now you both need to cover 20 kilometers, but your teacher reaches the school after 10 minutes and you are reaching the school after 15 minutes. Now who is moving faster? Of course, your teacher. But how we will compare the two motion or how we will understand? See, in order to understand the difference or in order to understand which object is moving faster and slower, we need to understand another entity, that is speed. What is speed? Speed is the distance covered by an object in per unit time. The formula of speed is distance by time. In your case, the distance was 20 kilometers and the time taken was 15 minutes. So we can easily calculate the value or the speed of your motion, and for your teacher the distance was 20 kilometers and he has covered the same distance in 10 minutes. Now the values easily shows that the motion or the speed of your teacher is higher than you. That means he was moving faster than you. Now let us understand this example in a different way. Suppose you are going to your friend's home and that is around 1 kilometer away from your home, and suppose you have taken 5 minutes to cover 1 kilometer. Then with your friend you are going to a park that is around 2 kilometers and it took you around 10 minutes. Now in this case, what will be your speed? In this case, we need to find out the average speed. So how much distance you have covered? The total distance. Total distance is the distance from your home to your friend's home, that was 1 kilometer, and from your friend's home to the park, that was 2 kilometers, that is equal to 3 kilometers. And you have covered these 3 kilometers in the first distance was covered in 5 minutes and next it was covered in 10 minutes. So the total time was 15. So in this case, you can easily find out the speed, that is 3 by 15 km per minute. The distance may be in meters or kilometers, and the time may be in minutes, second or hour. So according to the unit of distance and time, we have to write the unit of speed. If the distance is in kilometer and time is in hour, then kilometer per hour. If distance is in meter and time is in minutes, then meter per minute. But you know the standard unit of distance is meter and the standard unit of time is second. So during numericals, we will convert the distance covered into its standard unit, that is in meter, and the time in second. So we will get the unit of speed in meter per second. In the same way, we can find out the distance covered and the time taken. If you know the speed and the time taken by the object, then you can easily find out the distance covered. The formula is distance covered is equal to speed into time. Again, from this equation, we can find out time. Time will be equal to distance by speed. So with these three formulas, we can easily find out distance, speed and time. Now there are some instruments by which you can measure the distance covered and the speed. You will see in a car's dashboard there are different watch-like things. One of the indicator you can see the amount of petrol, in another you will see the speed. Now there are some point like 10, 20, 30, and there's an indicator which shows with how much speed your car is moving. There is one more section in the car's dashboard that shows you some kilometers. That is actually the odometer. Odometer measures the total kilometer or total distance covered by the car. Keep it in mind that one difference is, in case of speedometer, the speedometer informs you the speed of the car during that particular time. But odometer shows the distance traveled by the car from the starting, means the day when you have bought the car, from that day to the present. It shows the total distance covered by that car. Now we will solve some numericals related to the speed, distance and time.
Let's begin with the first numerical. The first numerical is a man riding a scooter travels a distance of 50 meters in 20 seconds. What is the speed of the scooter? Here you can pause the video and try to solve the numerical. We know speed equal to distance traveled by time taken. In this case, distance is 50 meters and time is 20 seconds. Now putting the values in the above mentioned equation, we will get speed equal to 50 meters by 20 seconds. That is equal to 2.5 meters per second. Thus, the speed of the scooter is 2.5 meters per second. Salma takes 15 minutes from her house to reach her school on a bicycle. If the bicycle has a speed of 2 meters per second, calculate the distance between her house and the school. Here, time taken is given and the speed of the bicycle is given. We need to find out the distance. Here, speed equal to 2 meters per second and time is given in minutes. See, in the speed, the unit of time is in second. That means we need to convert minutes into seconds. So 15 minutes is equal to 15 into 60 seconds. That is 900 seconds. Now the formula of distance traveled is equal to speed into time. That is 2 into 900. That is equal to 1800 meters. Thus, the distance between Salma's house and her school is 1800 meters. Coming to the next numerical, falcon is a bird which flies with a maximum speed of 320 km per hour. Calculate its speed in meter per second. See, in this numerical we need to convert. This is a numerical of conversion. Here the speed is given in 320 km per hour. That means we need to convert kilometer into meter and hour into seconds. We know 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter and 1 hour is equal to 3600 seconds. So now let us do the numerical. Here speed is 320 km per hour. That means we need to multiply 320 into 1000 and we need to divide it by 3600. That is 60 into 60. So we will get a value of 88.8 meter per second. Thus the speed of 320 km per hour is equal to 88.8 meter per second.